everybody? It's your boy Nasty Backpack. Today we out here with Barbara. Barbara, how's it going today?
I'm alive, so it's good.
It's good. And Barbara, are you currently homeless right now?
Yes.
Yeah. What caused you to become homeless?
Well, last year I got COVID, and then being in a situation where you try to numb your pain. 2020, my parents passed away. The man I was in a relationship passed away, and then being sick, and then having to try to deal with my mental by numbing the pain with substance. And the moment I let my guard down, I was raped. I was held hostage in what you would think is a friend's home, but it wasn't. And going to rehab, it made me think positive, because I was in a rush to come back and get my kids, but I nauseous, sick, and then not having the full support that I expected. And when you let your guard down with not or even just depending on anybody, not getting up and going and doing what you should be doing, it led me to using again, and then being pregnant, which also made me even more depressed. And all I've ever known is, I know that if I use that substance, that I won't have to think about it. But the more I do it, or the more I numb it, the three most important people that I have here now are suffering. They might be safe with their, with the families they're with, but nobody can, take my place at all. And it bugs me. I really wish I was in the position to have my own home, because if I did have my own, if I was back in my own home, even without a man or being in a relationship, staying clean would be so much easier. But when you living up under somebody else and depending on them, it don't go that way. It always ends up depressing, more and more depressing, because you're a kid all over again.
Yeah.
And then you can't get mad at the person for speaking how they feel, because you're an adult. You're taught to take care of yourself, and I was. So losing my mom and then my dad I looked up to, because he took care of my siblings, because my mom was also in my position. When she passed, she was 8 years clean, and it dawned on me kind of late, but that I could do it too. And I did do it. I was 73 days sober, and I let one person ruin that. But the way I see it, no matter how many times I get clean or if I'm still using, I graduated, and I think that was probably the most accomplishing thing I've did since I was 18, when I graduated high school, after losing my firstborn child. But I rather be on the streets homeless right now, trying to get my life together, instead of just sitting and numbing the pain in someone's home.
Gotcha.
Because they're not responsible. We have choices, and it took me letting a DCS case get in my way for me to use that as an excuse. You got excuses and you got reasons, and everything that I'm going through right now, I use as an excuse.
So you're taking responsibility for your actions.
Yes.
And Barbara, how long have you been homeless for?
A week.
A week? Oh, so you're fresh homeless.
Yeah.
I got you.
I mean, I could have been a long time ago, but my brother's mom, I call her my stepmom, because she was there all my life when my mom had to step out. And I wanted to judge my mom in the same situation, but women, like, it's trauma. People don't understand that trauma, pain, grief, that are, like, no money, no way to provide, that does something to a woman.
Definitely.
Because, you know, the mom, when the man is out making money or whatever, the mom is securing the house. And when the man falls off, the mom becomes everything. They say it's the man, but it's the mom who is the backbone to the whole operation of family.
Gotcha.
And like even though I'm a grown woman, I miss my parents so much because I learned a lot from my dad.
Absolutely.
But like, I'm so determined. What they're at where they're at, but I learned how to be patient in rehab, and I don't argue, fight. I'm thankful to be alive every day I wake up. And then finding out I was pregnant again, like, it's I didn't have a problem, you know, leaving someone's home, you know, because people had, you know, the he say she say, you know, they have their own their own opinion about you. It sucks.
Yeah.
Because that their one little opinion versus how everybody else sees you, it's not supposed to mean a lot, but it does. Because I worked hard being the parent I am to my kids, and I felt like it was best to leave them where they were while I focused on me, because if I would have handled my mental state the way I should have, then I wouldn't be in this position. Because if you hurting or you feel some type of way, say something. Just like if something happened to a child or a woman that is traumatic and victimizing, say something. Because what happened to me, I wouldn't have known anything about it if I didn't learn how the brain works when it's chemically unbalanced. And my RSS, Daniel, at Arizona Rehab, he taught me that. Like, I felt I had so much shame, but I don't. Because he called them normies, because everybody addicted to something. It's just the substance we choose now is so fucking dangerous. So it's like signing your own death certificate, I call it.
Yeah.
But like, just them threes, like they kept me so positive in there. And then I got a lot of respect from the behavioral health techs, because I wasn't there to bullshit or anything or clown around, be messy, choose intimacy or male attention over my kids or my mind, body, and soul. Because in order to get clean, it ain't about your kids. It ain't about why you chose to do it. It's, do you want to survive? Do you still want to be here? Because you can choose to come, you know, tap out. And I choose my kids and myself and loving myself. It took me a minute. That's why, you know, being out here on the streets, it sucks. But I'm strong. I don't fear no man or woman, but I know where I'm trying to go, you know? I'm not trying to be stuck in the same position.
Gotcha. What substances are you currently using right now?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. And how much would you say you have to use a day to get through?
5. 5
pills. And to pay for those 5 pills, what do you usually have to do to get the money for that?
I'm a good borrower, but I won't say miscellaneous, but like I'm not fond of sleeping with anybody, so I will let my body suffer before I have to lay down and trade my body for my substance. But I have, and then there was a time where it was taken from me. So now if I can't get the money loaned to me for me to use it, because I won't tell them what it's for, but if you know me, you know. But if somebody, you know, who's bullshitting, who wants to clown about it, they'll say and judge you upon it, making you say why the fuck you need it. And then you have those men who know that you'll do anything just to not feel that urge, because it's a mind game. It's not. Those opiates, those substances, they tap into your nervous system, and it be that deep that, yeah, because laying down with a man, that's easy, you know, but making them work for it, it's a tag team. And me, like, I'll dance for money, and I got more money dancing than I would have laying down, because I refuse to get somebody give me product for something that I valued and is value just for that 5-minute high.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people nod off of it. I don't. It just keeps my body from aching and
Gotcha.
my nerves system from shaking, and then I don't want to miscarry or have a stillborn, but I want to get sober so that I have at least one child that, you know, is obtaining not to be a drug baby, like how society sees black women, Mexican women, white women, any woman on the street who's using any substance. You don't know that person's story, so you who is in a good position should not judge that person, because one day just the smallest little thing to you could change everything and you become that fiend.
Absolutely.
You can choose to be dopeless, or, you know, you choose to be a dope fiend.
I think everybody knows somebody, whether it's a family member, friend, cousin, relative, that is hooked on fentanyl right now. Now, you said you're currently pregnant. How far along are you?
I am almost 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
Is the father in your life involved, or
No.
No? Okay. If I was to offer you help and try to find you some resources and treatment centers, would you be interested in that?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll definitely get you that. And then, is it okay if I use this video on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we'll follow up. I'll get you those resources, and then we'll follow up, and hopefully we can reshoot this video and show how far you come along.
Yeah. I mean, they say it's a testimony, but, you know, it's my story. You know, I've been dealing with trauma all my life. It's just one incident, I let that take over. But I know the woman that my dad raised me to be, and the woman I built up is stronger than that substance or the words that people have to say about me. Because, you know, words fade away in one ear, out the other, but actions, that solidify everything.
Absolutely.
That's a challenge.
What would be your message to a young teen or a young kid wanting to use fentanyl for the first time?
Because I'm gonna guess that something happened to that young man or that young woman, and it's 2022, almost 2023. Say something. No matter who it is, if it got to be a stranger. And I know police are you know, they're a trigger for people, but it's not gonna change if you don't say anything. And fentanyl, especially, you can't go back. That beautiful person you were, or that person, it don't matter what nobody else thinks. It all depends on what you think, and it's all that matter if you want to live or die. You can sign your death certificate and tap out, which is weak, or you can be that strong man, that strong woman, the young women, kids, adults. Say something. Just like if their sister or brother was being harmed, you see something, say something.
Gotcha.
Because all it takes is one person to change their lives, and it's not worth it. I mean, the numbing is cool, and you might be feeling okay with your homies, but if your homies is sober and you're doing that and they're not that shoulder, that ain't your homie. That's not your friend. That's not your family. It's not your loved one. That's somebody is on the opposite side of you, and that's not where you want to be at all. And I come from being a beautiful black woman, and it makes me feel so ugly.
Gotcha.
But I'm not gonna show it, and I'm not gonna sit there and tell a normie or explain to them why I feel this way. I'm gonna try to lean on that person who I feel needs somebody, because everybody needs somebody. You can't just be out here on your own.
Absolutely. Well, there you guys have it. It's your boy Nasty Backpack. We are going to follow up with Barbara. We're going to get her some resources, try to get her into treatment, get her mental health check, get that baby check, and get her on some kind of MAT services so that she doesn't have to use anymore. Barbara, I appreciate the video, and we will follow up.
I appreciate it too. Thank you.
No problem. Bye-bye.